Just got back to the north side from catching Melody Cruz full set. The first time I saw her was actually 2 weekends ago at Martin Guitar's Martin on Main Festival. I saw her name, I don't know, it's still no word. Her name was familiar to me for some weird reason. I haven't really covered the Valley Low scene intensely other than here at Musikfest last year for a couple bands and this year since 2019. But for some reason her name was familiar to me. I checked out, she had a short setup at Martin on Main. I'm like, all right, I've got we talked, we had a great conversation. She told me about the band she's with, the audio files. They were here Friday night. Yes, I did review them over at Matchplots, Woody Match. But I got here kind of like a little later than I planned due to potential weather. So I'm like, all right, don't have to be back over here to Main Street till at least 8:30. I'm like, yeah, that's right. Melody's playing over at Frank Banco Ale House inside Arts Quest. Good. I'll go over and check out a longer set with him. Like I said, where do I start? Overall, her show, and this is something I love about a band or any musician. Okay, Melody has some original, it's a combination of original and cover. But overall, her show is something I really love. Usually with a band, especially if you've seen them at least one time, you can kind of tell them, okay, they're going to back it off, they're going to build it up, they're going to hit the mid-range, slow, between the fast and the slow, whatever. Melody, you don't know where she's going next. She keeps surprising with the direction, all right? She started off with one that was slow and emotional, goes into Just Have Fun, I think the title of it is. Picks it up. Bam, gets everybody's attention right off. After that, she backed it off again. And just like I said, usually you don't know where she's going next. You know what she's going to do fast, you know what she's going to do slow, you know she's going to do something that's, like summer party music. And I love that because it really keeps your attention on the music and on the performer. And also, it's really fun, at least for me. All right. This is leading into the next two. This is in no specific order, by the way. Her vocal range and the power of her voice, especially the way it projects. There were times where she could be like on a main stage with like 3,000 people, and the way her voice projects, she wouldn't need that microphone. Seriously. I grew up in the 70s and 80s where, kind of like to a point, the rule was, how loud is it going? How can we get it louder? With the rock and everything. Frank Banco Ale House Cinema, when she hit the higher notes and projected her voice, I'm like, yeah, that is serious power in the vocals. Then she even on her lower range, on the softer side, still amazing and incredible. So this actually ties in with the previous point. With her vocal range, it's kind of hard to pin down unless you're familiar with the song what's going to happen next. Which is, I mean this in the absolute best of ways. Again, something I love. With her covers, I was familiar with Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. She did a tribute to Olivia Newton-John, who as of this review and as of today recently passed away, I think yesterday. And Heart. I know she did one song by the Cranberries, Zombie, I think. And what was the other one? Dolly Parton, Whitney Houston cover, obviously, I Will Always Love You. But with Heart, but especially Whitney Houston, even Olivia Newton-John, it was tough to tell the difference between Melody Cruz and the original singers. Honestly, at a few moments during those songs, and I'm being dead serious. I grew up in the 80s. I grew up with Whitney Houston's first album. Okay, Olivia Newton-John, Physical, Grease. I grew up with this stuff, so trust, this is experience. So yeah, and her stage performance, where I love it when you get a little bit when the band or the singer interacts with the crowd to a point. I've been to some shows where it's like I'm like this, you know, like once or twice, like, okay, can you wrap it up and get to the music? A little, you know, long-winded here. But Melody knows the exact how to like take that, what I used to call heartbreak back between 16 and 19, when I used to do music reviews all the time, in between songs, to make it just long enough to talk to the audience, or, you know, actually have at times she actually has a conversation with the audience, really, you know, at least attempts to, or tells us a little bit about the song or the history of the song on her originals, or even her covers. Okay, like she did the one song by Mr. Rogers. It's like, yeah, her dad loves it. The one song, she's like, yeah, my grandma, but she keeps it short, and she has it long enough that, again, it keeps your attention and focus on her, on the music and on the show, but not so long that, okay, can we please get the fucking on with this? I've seen closing credits in movies that were shorter. Acceptance speeches at like major award shows that were half that long. You get my, hopefully you get my point. So yeah, Melody has it all. Okay. The one thing that I really would like to see, and hopefully we'll have a chance to in the future, as she develops her career, is, again, this ties in with my first point about you don't know where she's going to go. Her originals have shown different styles, different capabilities, different directions in which she's going. What I'm really curious about with her is, with her original music, the true extent and limits of her singing, songwriting, and the true number or amount or variety of direction she can go with it. That is something that I am really honestly curious about. Click the link, check out Melody Cruz, phenomenal singer. And by the way, she is so cool as a person. She takes time to talk to everybody. Just very cool person in general. So yeah, please check her out. She's probably one of my top absolute. She was one of my top top priorities here at Musikfest, which I kind of backed off the original line just because I didn't want to. I'm like, nope, I'm not gonna go crazy and like go completely nuts and insane this year, and just take some time and relax a little bit. Melody Cruz, definitely 100% worth checking out her website, listening to her music, and supporting her. Michael Phoenix, founder staff, Vale City Online Media, Musikfest 2022, Main Street, the heart and soul, the north side and Main Street of Musikfest. Take care, everybody. Enjoy what's left of summer. Stay safe.